Ratchet straps are an optional piece of hardware that can make your tent tightening much easier than if you use the standard ropes that come with your Ohenry tent. If you've been using your tent for a while, you know that keeping the tent tight and tightening the tent initially involves pushing your poles in, taking the slack up off the ropes, and pushing the pole back up again using the pole as a lever. Most of the time you have to tighten your corners several times, and then you tighten your ends and your sides there again several times. The ropes work well enough for this, but in some situations, particularly if you have a pole tent that you're going to be leaving up for a long period of time, or if you have a large pole tent, like a 40-foot wide or 60-foot wide pole tent, this can make the tightening process of the tent much simpler and easier, particularly if your labor force is limited to 2 people or if you're working in windy conditions. So the purpose of this video is to familiarize you with the exact procedure that is involved when you use a ratchet strap. The ratchet straps will save you a lot of time and effort in tightening your tent the first time, and also in helping you keep your tent tight. This is probably the biggest advantage. In order to keep a tent tight, you need to go around at least once a week with 2 people, tilt the pole inward, take the slack out of the rope, and push the pole back up again. With a ratchet strap, one person can go all around the perimeter of the tent and simply go to each ratchet strap and ratchet the strap up several clicks until the strap is good and tight. This eliminates the need for a second person while maintaining the tightness of the tent. If you're struggling getting your corners tight, you may want to invest in the ratchet strap. It's a ratcheting strap that has a 12,000-pound test. What you do is you insert the hooks into the ring at the corner of the tent, and then you will actually tilt the corner pole back in towards the center of the tent to relieve the tension that was on the ropes, and it'll probably be at about a 30 to a 45 degree angle. The corner pole will be. Then you take the end of the ratchet that has the ratchet on it, and there's a large loop in the webbing. You simply slip the webbing loop over the stake on both of the stakes. And when you have both of the ratchet straps looped over the stake, then you take the ratchet handle and you insert the piece of webbing that had the hook on it into the ratcheting part of the ratchet. After you insert the webbing into the slot in the center of the ratchet, then you will pull the excess webbing back up through the ratchet to remove some of the slack. When the webbing is snug, then you go ahead and you ratchet the ratchet up 2 or 3 times until it's just barely snug, and then you will repeat it on the other side. You take the webbing, you insert it into the slot, into the center of the ratchet, pull the slack out, and ratchet the ratchet up 2 or 3 clicks just to secure the webbing. Next, you will untie the white guy ropes that were originally attached to the stakes. When you get the white guy ropes unattached from the stakes, then you and your helper will push the side pole up until it's nearly vertical. That will be the original position. And then you will go back to the ratchet straps and you will click each ratchet strap 3 or 4 times or whatever is necessary until the webbing is extremely tight. This is a big help in helping you get your corners tight. In some situations, you may even want to buy ratchet straps for each and every side pole, especially on the larger tents, and this will make getting the tents extremely tight very easy, especially for long-term setup.